Vivo's X series has always been positioned as the flagship lineup, and alongside the professional V DSLR Ultra, Vivo has now introduced the new X300s, a compact yet incredibly powerful VDSLR experience. A quick shout out to my tech partner from China for sharing this video. A big thank you for making this possible. Hey everyone, it's Maiky from techmaiky. If you love staying updated with the latest gadgets, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our exciting tech content. Let's start with the design. At first glance, it looks clean and minimal. There are 4 color options, each with its own personality, but the standout shades are film green and purple. The film green, in particular, gives off a fresh and lively vibe. The camera module follows the brand's familiar design language, but feels simpler compared to the Pro and Ultra versions. One of the most noticeable details is how smoothly the camera bump blends into the back panel, thanks to a water drop style suspended glass design. When you hold the phone in one hand, your index finger naturally rests just below the module, making it surprisingly comfortable. From the side, the lens even appears to float above the body, which adds a nice visual touch. The back panel has also been upgraded with a new cloud-like gauze glass finish, which feels better in hand than the previous generation. At the bottom, there's a 2-tone design that reflects light with a subtle metallic effect. The color blocking gives it a distinctive, almost camera-like appearance right away. The frame is made of straight metal with slight curves on both the front and back edges. The phone itself measures 8.2 millimeters thick, and even with the periscope telephoto lens, the camera bump protrudes less than 4 millimeters. Now about the weight. With the original screen protector on, it comes in at 219 grams. That might sound a bit heavy at first, but this isn't a typical X series device. Compared to the standard X300 or even the previous X200s, this one has a larger 6.78-inch display, matching the Pro version, and shifts away from being a compact phone. Instead, it focuses heavily on imaging performance, aiming to deliver an ultra-level experience. On top of that, it packs a massive 7,100 mAh battery. Considering all of this, the weight actually feels quite reasonable and even relatively light for what you're getting. Since the X300s launched alongside its bigger sibling, the Ultra, it shares many of the same new features. One of the first changes you'll notice is the redesigned shooting interface. Apart from the settings, most of the function buttons are now grouped on the left side. When you open settings, you'll find more detailed options, and general controls have been moved to the lower right corner, making everything easier to adjust on the fly. We've also listed the camera hardware specs for reference. Now, let's talk about the camera performance with some sample shots. First impressions? The X300s introduces a completely new color style. There are 2 main looks that focus on film-like textures: chasing light and rich. If you've ever used a Ricoh camera, this might remind you of their signature film profiles. Taking a closer look, the chasing light style delivers a faded, vintage feel. It tones down color intensity and contrast, softening the overall image while adding a subtle grain effect for that classic film look. On the other hand, the rich style boosts contrast and saturation, using brighter tones to create a more vibrant and punchy result. You can fine-tune these styles using the built-in effects adjuster, and Vivo has also introduced something called the Blueprint palette. This lets you quickly tweak things like color tone and contrast. In the same scene, each corner of the palette previews a different visual style, making it easy for anyone to experiment and get creative. It really lowers the barrier for casual users who want stylized photos. There's more. You can even save and share custom presets, so applying professional style edits becomes super simple. Many users might already be familiar with this kind of feature. For more advanced users, switching to the Pro controls on the right side unlocks deeper adjustments, including exposure, soft lighting, and motion grain effects. With all of this built into the native camera, there's barely any need for third-party apps. In real use, combining these tools gives you a lot of control. For example, you can start with a filter, adjust brightness and saturation using the palette, and then layer additional effects through the advanced settings. Once you've created a look you like, you can even apply it directly while shooting. Alongside chasing light and rich, there's also an upgraded texture mode. This one adds subtle vignetting and increased saturation by default, giving your photos a more cinematic and story-driven feel. It's especially great for everyday street photography. This time, Vivo is positioning the X300s as a super powerful, compact, mirrorless style handheld device, and part of that includes a redesigned teleconverter. It's now much slimmer, under 10 centimeters long, about the size of a lipstick, and weighs just 153 grams. It's easy to carry around and simple to attach. The included case comes with an adapter ring and lanyard, and installation is quick. Just align and mount. So how does it change your shooting? The phone's native telephoto starts at 200 millimeters, and with the teleconverter, you get additional options like 400 millimeters, 800 millimeters, and even 1600 millimeters. Without the teleconverter, shots at 200 millimeters and 400 millimeters can show some softness, especially in fine details like flower petals. But once you move to 800 millimeters and 1600 millimeters, the level of detail becomes much more impressive and realistic. Interestingly, the AI processing is also toned down when using the teleconverter. For anyone who shoots concerts or distant subjects, this accessory could be a game changer, assuming it doesn't sell out quickly like previous versions. Looking at real-world comparisons, in a scene with bright lighting above a fixture, the X300s captures warmer tones more naturally. In contrast, another device tends to suppress highlights, resulting in a darker image and slight color shifts on surfaces like wall tiles. Thanks to Vivo's new Blueprint color science, the X300s delivers more accurate and pleasing color reproduction. Moving to the telephoto comparison, Apple relies on a 2x crop, which produces a more subdued and familiar color style, but the sky appears less vibrant. When you zoom in further, the Vivo telephoto lens clearly retains more detail, giving it an edge in long-range photography. Wrapping things up with the ultra-wide camera, it uses a 15mm equivalent focal length, which isn't extremely wide compared to some competitors. However, the trade-off here is better control over edge distortion, and the clarity around the edges is noticeably improved. So in a way, both approaches have their own strengths. Looking at real sample shots, the X300s reproduces the colors of ginkgo leaves very naturally, and even the houses and buildings in the background retain a good level of color accuracy. Overall, the images have a stronger sense of texture compared to Apple. The center sharpness, especially on details like tree trunks, is also better preserved on the X300s. Now let's move on to portraits, which have always been a strong point for Vivo's S and X series. This year, the improvements are quite noticeable. The phone introduces all-scenario chasing light portraits, along with a zoom flash system similar to what we saw on the Ultra, covering everything from the main camera to the telephoto range. When compared directly with Apple, Vivo delivers more pleasing skin tones with a slightly rosy look, and overall facial texture appears more refined. On the other hand, Apple struggles a bit when shooting from a distance, as the flash coverage becomes less effective, leading to slightly weaker skin tones and texture. What's interesting is that the chasing light style we talked about earlier also works in portrait mode. You can combine it with the color palette and advanced adjustments to create that film-like aesthetic, which is especially popular for atmospheric portrait shots. And honestly, with this kind of hardware and software combination, if your photos don't turn out great, it's probably not the phone's fault anymore. Continuing the comparison, in standard portrait shots, Vivo leans towards more rosy tones, while Apple tends to produce warmer images with a slight yellow tint on skin. When it comes to telephoto portraits, Vivo really stands out again. Skin tones look natural, facial details are well preserved, and even fine elements like individual strands of hair are clearly separated. In another set of shots from the same scene, it becomes obvious once again that portrait photography is truly one of Vivo's biggest strengths. On top of that, Vivo has upgraded its AI creative camera features. It can now intelligently suggest shooting modes based on the scene, so you're no longer limited by conditions when trying to capture a great shot. In practice, the AI processing looks more natural than before, with less of that overly artificial feel. The improvements in light and shadow handling make a big difference, helping turn average photos into impressive ones and good shots into something even better. After covering the camera, let's talk about the display. Since this device is positioned almost like a compact mirrorless camera, having a great screen is essential. The X300s comes with a 6.78-inch OLED panel using BOE Q10 Plus materials, featuring a resolution of 2800 by 1260, which falls into the 1.5K category, and a pixel density of 452. It supports the P3 wide color gamut and includes eye protection with circular polarized light 2.0. You also get full brightness PWM dimming up to 2160 Hz, along with DC dimming. In real-world testing, the manual full-screen brightness reached 732 nits, and under strong lighting conditions, it exceeded 2000 nits, which is excellent. Another highlight is the refresh rate, which goes up to 144 Hz for the first time in Vivo's X series. It even supports games like Honor of Kings at native 144 FPS with ultra-high graphic settings. In a 30-minute test, the game maintained a stable 144 FPS throughout. The temperature peaked at 39.8 degrees on the front and 40.7 degrees on the back. Compared to running at 120 FPS, the increase in temperature was only about 1 to 2 degrees, which is impressive considering it's powered by the Flagship Dimensity 9500. To push things further, we tested Genshin Impact at 60 FPS on the highest graphics settings for 30 minutes. The average frame rate stayed locked at 60 FPS, with power consumption at just 4 watts. The maximum temperature reached 40.9 degrees Celsius. Under even heavier load at maximum settings, the average frame rate was still 59.8 FPS after 30 minutes, showing very stable performance. Beyond that, the phone also features symmetrical dual speakers and a super sensory audio mode within the gaming tools, which helps you pick up subtle sounds like enemy footsteps in FPS games. There's also a newly customized 7514 vibration motor that delivers precise and refined haptic feedback. You can choose between 3 different vibration intensity levels in games to match your preference. When compared to the iPhone, the X300s offers a very solid and satisfying vibration experience. For battery, the X300s packs a massive 7100 mAh Blue Ocean battery, the largest ever in the X series. It supports 90 watts wired fast charging and 40 watt wireless charging. In our testing, going from 1% to 100% took 59 minutes, and including trickle charging, it completed in 1 hour and 29 minutes. The peak charging power reached 73.7 watts. In terms of endurance, after 5 separate 30-minute usage tests, the battery still had 65% remaining, which is a strong result. So to sum it all up, the X300s has a very clear role as a high-performance secondary flagship. It doesn't directly try to replace its bigger Ultra sibling, but it still brings many of the Ultra's professional imaging capabilities into a more compact and practical form. You get similar film-style color tuning, a redesigned camera interface, and an upgraded teleconverter system. Compared to the Ultra, the X300s feels more suited for everyday use. It's not overly technical or intimidating, but instead offers a more relaxed and stylish experience that's easy for regular users and younger audiences to enjoy. Even when paired with the teleconverter, it remains portable and convenient. At the same time, it strikes a nice balance between performance and creativity, making it suitable for both serious photography and casual fun. In simple terms, it's designed to be a reliable, all-round flagship imaging phone that just works without hassle. And as the name suggests, it truly lives up to being super powerful. I'll update you on the pricing once it's officially announced, so stay tuned to the channel. See you in the next video. Bye.